Yes. So someone is talking behind. Good evening, dear CA students and CA members. Welcome to the session on overseas opportunities for chartered accountant students and chartered accountants, organized by Student Skill Enrichment Board of ICAI. Today we have with us CA Ganesh Sharma, who is going to take us through interesting topic of overseas opportunities for CA students and CAs overseas. He is connecting us through the technology directly from Canada. So we welcome you, sir. On behalf of ICAI, we welcome you. Friends, as you are aware that CA course is internationally recognized course. ICAI has presence over more than 35 countries, having MRAs and MOUs with different countries also. Around 14 MRAs and MOUs have been entered by ICAI. Friends, you would be are you aware of the CPA course of Australia? You can be CPA of Australia by giving just 2 papers of according to the MRA, and you can become a qualified CPA. So Ganesh sir is going to take us through all the various opportunities for CA students overseas. I would like to thank, before we start, I would like to thank ICAI on behalf of Student Skill Enrichment Board, CA Atul Kumar Gupta sir, Honorable President of ICAI, CA NER Jammu Syria sir, Vice President of ICAI, CA Jay Charya sir, Chairman of Student Skill Enrichment Board, CA Pramod Kumar Bub, Vice Chairman of Student Skill Enrichment Board, as well as coordinator for the program, CA Dheeraj Sharma sir, as well as CA Suresh Moore. So we would like to acknowledge you for this wonderful initiative. I would like to now briefly introduce Ganesh Sharma sir, who is going to take us through this session. Ganesh Sharma sir is having experience of more than over 30 years in international work in information technology, information security, internal and external management auditing. His work profile include working with Auditor General of Manitoba, his principal IT performance audit since 2016. And travel extensively in USA, Canada, South America, Peru, Argentina, Chile, Mexico, Europe, and various countries in Middle East. So by qualification, he is a chartered accountant. He is qualified Visa, CISA, CISSP, CISM. He is certified internal auditor. He is a SAP certified solution consultant. He is on board of various professional organizations, British Columbia chapter of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India as a vice chairman for the year 2019-20. He is a director and founder member and chapter convener since 2014. He is a membership director at a Winnipeg chapter of ISACA. He is also director educational programs at Institute of Internal Auditors Winnipeg and Vancouver chapters. Talking about his teaching and writing experience, he is taught a certified internal audit in Qatar, and he has also guided CISA members in India. He has presented cybersecurity to government, IT, audit, and information security courses in Canada. He has written numerous articles on IT and IT audit, IT security. He has been editor of British Columbia chapter of ICAI. With this, we have a renowned personality to tell us about overseas opportunities. So, very good evening from India and good morning in Canada. We look forward to hear from you. We hand over the session to you, sir.
Hello, can you hear me? Oh, good. So, a very good morning from Canada to everyone attending this session, and I would like to thank Assis for very generous introduction he made for me. And I don't think anybody is sharing the video now. I am getting a message here. No one else is sharing video.
Yes, sir, but we are.
Okay, sorry. So I saw that message anyway. So thanks again, Abhishek, for doing that generous introduction for me. And I would like to say again, good morning, everyone from Canada to India, and good evening and good morning, all those things. At the outset, I would like to thank the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and particularly Sri Atul Kumar Gupta, the President of ICAI, CA Nihar Niranjan Jambusaria, Vice President of ICAI, CA Charia, Chairman, Student Skill Enrichment Board, CA Pramod Kumar Goog, Vice Chairman, Student Skill Enrichment Board, CA Dheeraj Sharma, and CA Sunil Moore, they are both coordinators, and also Dr. Mitali and Mr. Alok Gupta, who are the key members of the Board of Studies Operations. And I also thank again for sure CA Abhishek Dhamni also, who is chairman of the Pune board and who just introduced me. And friends, also I would like to thank our chapter, British Columbia chapter of ICAI, and many other countless friends and families because of whom I am here where I am as of now. I'm sure without their help and support, I wouldn't be where I am today. So my deep sense of gratitude and thanks to everyone in my journey, in my success journey. And of course, I only thank our alma mater ICAI as well. So now I think let's jump into the presentation straight away. Give me a moment to open the presentation. So I assume you can see the presentation here. The title of the presentation is Overseas Opportunities for Indian Chartered Accountants, and also for the students once they qualify as Chartered Accountants from India. So friends, agenda for the meeting today is the first item would be what are the opportunities available in Canada and in other overseas destinations also for Indian Chartered Accountants. What are the necessary certificates or certification courses that you can do before you plan to immigrate to Canada or to other foreign countries? I will be talking about certain soft skills which are very important for you to have before you actually move to foreign countries. I will share some of my personal insights, which are my personal experiences, and those have been very helpful to me, and I'm sure those should be of help to you also. Should you go and have those insights and apply those insights into your life. I want to share a slide on the career as a IT audit and InfoSec professional also. InfoSec, I mean information security professional. And then I'm talking about how British Columbia chapter of ICAI can help and how it has been helping a number of new immigrants, new Indian chartered accountants who are coming to British Columbia. I will talk about certain things on my journey also, like the journey that I have taken so far and how it has led to me to be where I am as of now. Finally, I'll take some questions also from the audience, and what Abhishek would be helping me on that. So going ahead now, yeah. So this brief profile again, Abhishek has already spoken about that. I don't think I need to speak about it, except that I wanted to say I've been involved in mentoring professionals here in Canada. I used to do that mentoring way back in Vancouver as also now in Winnipeg. And I mentor not only the professional chartered accountants but also the other new immigrants coming from whichever country globally. Like Winnipeg is a hub of people who move from a number of places all over the world. So I do help those immigrant agencies. So in terms of the professional opportunities available in Canada and other overseas destinations, friends, one of the main area of professional engagement I have seen here in Canada, not only in Vancouver, in Calgary, in Toronto, and in Winnipeg also, I see number of chartered accountants who are coming from the country, from India. They are doing, they are in the professional practice. And friends, I must tell you, they are very successful. Like I have at least couple of, or maybe not couple, maybe four or five board members on our chapters board, British Columbia chapters board, who are doing exceptionally well in the professional practice. And I just wanted to tell you, not only, I mean, they are Indian CAs, but also they have done, they are to the local designation also here. So, professional practice is also when I got this job with the Auditor General here in Winnipeg, and my wife of my brother is government, because in India there is a certain limit in terms of age that when you can enjoy a government job. But I told her no. In here in Canada, there is no limit in terms of age. Whatever age you are, if you are eligible, if you have the experience, qualification, and the credentials, then you can join any job anywhere in government, be it at the federal level, which is the central government, I would say, and the provincial level, at the state government level also. So no worry, feel free. Job anywhere. So that's on the job and also I want to mention here I worked with for a company called Access Sources Limited, and that was the largest Canadian mining company. And so I mean there's opportunities lots open provided you are having the necessary experience and stuff. I am seeing number of our chartered accountants running businesses also. Like I know a couple of guys, so they call it model here. They are also having some other businesses, like I know some people who are running printing businesses here. And then, of course, you can teach at universities and colleges also. And friends, I want to share with you, when I thought that I should be teaching here in Canada, so I thought maybe I need to have my CPA designation here in Canada. Then only I can teach. But no, later on I found out that no, I don't need my CPA designation here to do the teaching. And you might not know, but I have not done any CPA here. I'm carrying on with my base qualification, which is my Indian Chartered Accountancy and other certification those Abhishek mentioned earlier. So with that, and Abhishek, please tell me in case I'm going too fast or I need to slow down or whatever. So I will accordingly.
No, sir, it's appropriate. Don't worry.
We go to the next one. So friends, in terms of the overseas destination that you can. Hi, your voice is cracking. I'm okay. Hello. Okay, so
So you're
in terms of
audible.
overseas
Please go ahead.
destination that you can. So in terms of overseas destinations which you can consider for immigrating, of course, I would say Canada is the top, and within Canada, you can choose the various states. Like British Columbia is on the top list of mine, where Vancouver is there in British Columbia. Then Ontario, like Toronto, 90% of the immigrants come to Toronto, and then people go to Alberta and Manitoba also. Quebec is French-speaking province, and if you want to settle down there, so then I think you would need to have the knowledge of French language. And in terms of government jobs in Quebec. In other provinces also, like in Ontario, you're applying for a government job, they generally look for knowledge of French. And when I say knowledge of French, I mean reading, writing, speaking, and of course listening. So if you consider and you want to go to Quebec sometime, then you must learn French. And learning French is not a difficult thing, French. And here when I'm talking on this, so I always mention based upon my experience, what I've been finding. Italian, Spanish, they are all kind of siblings, and they are coming from the what we call Latin language base. So Latin language is their base. It more or less same. For example, many words in Italian and Spanish are same. So learning French is not a difficult thing. All I'm trying to say. So apart from these provinces, British Columbia, Ontario, Alberta, Manitoba, and Quebec, I have seen Indian chartered accountants moving to Eastern Canada provinces also. And what I mean is, there is a province called PEI, Prince Edward Island, and people are there in Nova Scotia also. But generally people would come to the Western, or I would say, even though Ontario is part of, is more east than west, but let me say in between center of the country for Ontario. So that is the overseas destination for Canada, and then definitely you can consider moving to Australia as well. Like I remember when I was applying for coming to Canada, at that point of time I did apply for Australia also. I got my qualifications evaluated, and I was eligible to apply there as well. But I thought, no, that's okay. I'm good with Canada, so I didn't apply. But I think you can apply to Australia also, and there are beautiful lots of job opportunities in Australia as well. I have visited that country, so you can think on that. Then of course you have New Zealand and. Middle East countries also you can consider for job opportunities, but what happens is you don't get job expires. So at my time when I was there in Middle East, I was in Qatar, Saudi Arabia. I visited number of other countries, Bahrain. I don't know, so many other countries I visited. But that's a good option, and I was earning lots of money as well there, and that tax free. So if you want, you can consider that also. And just to talk on that, if you are working in Middle East, that could be acting for you as a kind of stepping stone to move forward North America side. So friends, these are the certifications I'm talking, which you can undertake for gathering, for being successful in your career. So on top of my list is the ICAI for the future courses that you are going to undertake. For example, CISA. So start with CISA, and this would be for people who are interested in the information technology. For people who don't want to go into IT, I mean information technology, then they could start with other courses I'm going to talk about right now. Of course, at my time, that was in 2010 when I moved to Canada, I did SAP certified solution consultant course, and that was roughly, I think, 200 hours training I did, and it definitely helped me when I moved to Canada. So you can consider about SAP as well. And I think the C Institute is offering a number of other courses, to my understanding, into ERPs. So please do consider or do have a look on those, and that would help you. So going forward, like for ISACA USA, this is the one organization which offers CISA and CISM and other so many certifications. So CISA, you would know, is kind of international equivalent of DISA. And of course, CISA is internationally recognized, and so is CISM. CISA would be Certified Information System Auditor, and CISM is Certified Information Security Manager. And CSX is the Certified Security Practitioner. So one is the fundamental course and one is the practitioner course. So you can think of those. Those are very base courses and very helpful for people who want to go into IT. Like I went into IT after my CA course. ISC2 USA is the other course, other organization that offers this globally recognized CISSP course. I did that way back in India and was very helpful. So CISSP stands for Certified Information System Security Professional. This is a bit more technical than CISA, and CISA I would say would be more logical kind of progress for the members and the students who have done CA, and then after CISA you can go to CISSP. Now the CIA course is the one which is for the people who don't want to go into IT. So CIA is Certified Internal Auditor designation, and this designation is also very well recognized, valued internationally. So people who don't want to go into IT, they can go for CIA designation. And friends, these are the only few certifications I have listed here, CIA, CSSP, and all those. When you go to their websites, but ISACA or ISC2 or even IIA, you will find lots of designations they are having, and they cater to the specific needs of the people who want to do whatever those type of courses. For example, I can see IIA USA offers a course it's called a CGAP, like a certification for government auditing professionals. So you can think about that very well. And there is one CRMA also, certification in risk management, that also is coming from IIA. So these are the basically few names I have noted down here, but you need to do some R&D, and the course that you want to do, you can do that course, and depending upon your inclination, what interest you have. But those are very important courses for you to be successful in foreign countries, including Canada, Australia, New Zealand, whatever, even Middle East. Now going back to the next one, there is a course called AC, not AC, it's called, there is Association of Certified Fraud Examiner, ACFE, and the certificate that they give is called Certified Fraud Examiner. So this is for people who have got what you call forensic bent of mind. People like I recall there's a course offered by RCA Institute in India on forensic investigation, if I remember correctly. So that forensic investigation course you may want to do while you are in India, and once you have done that, you can do that ACFE, Certified Fraud Examiner course, uh, uh, even also from India. And but I mean, the forensic investigation course offered by C Institute will provide you a very good background for doing the certified fraud examination course certification. And in terms of Canadian CPA, friends, we from the chapter, the BC chapter of ICAI, we definitely recommend once you are here, because it's always good to upgrade yourself with the local laws. And as Abhishek was mentioning earlier, there's a MOU between Canadian CA Institute, not CA, they call it CPA now, Canadian CPA Institute, and Indian CA Institute as well. So you got lots of exemptions to my understanding to write you are in Canada. So we would highly recommend you to go for CPA exam when you are here. But definitely you can prepare for the you can have a look on the syllabus. You can prepare whatever things you need to do while still in India. In any case, exam has to be written in Canada only. You cannot write it there in India. That's my understanding. So please go to those websites of ICAI, SACA, and all those, and choose the course that you want to. So next one. So these are the other courses that I'm having here noted for you guys. So one course is called ACL Certified Data Analyst. So this course is for people who have the who want to become kind of data scientist. So ACL company, which is headquartered in Vancouver, they offer this course, and like IDEA, they are well recognized internationally. And in today's world of globalization, minus COVID impact, of course, the companies, be they in commercial, private, public sector, or government, they all want people who have the data analytical knowledge and, of course, those certifications. So I think you would do a favor to yourself if you do those one of the data analysis courses, either from ACL or from IDEA. IDEA is also another data analytical tool which people use globally. Like, for example, in our office, we are using IDEA here. So in terms of taxation courses, accounting, there are so many accounting applications also. Like, I do recognize, like, not everyone wants to join larger organizations when one has moved to the foreign country. So supposing you want to work for a medium-sized CPA firm here in Canada, or even you want to set up your own practice, you can look for, or you can learn, or rather you should learn those accounting courses called Sage, QuickBooks, and there may be many other smaller applications which are used in the small and medium businesses, and so they also help. And in terms of taxation courses, I do know this H&R Block course, and as per my understanding, they have set up their office in India also, and they are international kind of firm offering H&R Block taxation courses. People, again, who don't want to go into information technology, or they don't want to go into even internal auditing or other things, so they can attend this H&R Block course. And in fact, I also did when I came to Canada. I attended that course. I think it was for 2 months course, and you guys can do that after you have attended their course. They sometimes hire the people also. on some few hours basis, 4 5 hours they will provide you a day, and they will pay you during the taxation season. So apart from those courses, now you need to be aware of the international accounting standards, coding standards, and those control frameworks. Like COSO, Sarbanes-Oxley. I'm sure you know COSO, that what do you call, Committee of Sponsoring Organization of Tradeway Commissions. It's basically international control framework used for the organization globally. So you need to be aware of that. Also, you need to familiarize yourself with the information security standards, NIST, COVID, ISO, ISMS. That's basically that information security standard, international standard organization, information security management systems. So those ones. And last but not the least, I want to say you can go and do multiple certifications. Multiple skills do help. Like, for example, I started with DISA and then I went on to do CISA, CISSP, CIA, all those courses. So don't get scared of, you may have many certifications and they all help. People do recognize you if you have those certifications. Okay, going forward, I'm talking about these certifications only now, and these certifications, most of them can be done while in India, and they are very low cost. As I see, I remember when I was in India and I did my CIA course, I think I paid half the fees per exam, per paper. And being an Indian chartered accountant, I was supposed to write only 3 papers out of 4 that time. And for each paper, I paid $35, US $35 per paper. So I assume the fees there would be still less in India for CIA course, and for other courses, CISA and all, that would be the same as globally. But my advice would be, please do those courses while you're still in the country before you move out. And these courses, because our students, CA students are provided very rigorous training, and they are very hardworking, very sincere, and they are in a way much prepared also already, so they can write and pass these exams faster. They are very sincere. So I think you can pass them in less than 6 months' time. Like I used to pass each certificate in 2-3 months' time. So max, let's say 6 months' time. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, these courses are globally recognized and very much in demand. So, and I decided to start with one course, DISA, and then you go whatever direction you want to venture in, and then you can obtain the other certifications also. My personal preference would be prefer IT courses because IT is something here to stay, and it's a universal language. It does not matter where you want to work with the IT certifications. Globally, the language is same. I hope you understand that. Soft skills for success, languages. So friends, I must say, and I remember Dheeraj mentioned to me that please sir, speak in Hindi also. Well, I want to speak in Hindi definitely. I'm an Indian. I'm a core at heart and Indian only. पर दोस्तों, इंग्लिश बहुत जरूरी है, ये मेरे को कहना पड़ता है. और बहुत जरूरी इसलिए है कि भाई यहाँ पे नॉर्थ अमेरिका में और मिडिल ईस्ट में, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, यूरोप में, जहां भी कहीं जाओगे आपको अंग्रेजी बहुत ही जरूरी है जाननी. तो इस करके आई हैव हाईलाइटेड दैट इनटू इंग्लिश इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So, my friends, please do consider improving your English. Please, that's very important. इंग्लिश के बिना काम नहीं चलेगा, एटलीस्ट नॉर्थ अमेरिका में, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी नहीं चलेगा, न्यूजीलैंड में भी नहीं चलेगा. एंड आई वांट टू से हियर, बिफोर आई वेंट टू साउथ अमेरिका, आई ऑलवेज थॉट दैट ओके, आई नो इंग्लिश, आई डोंट नीड टू लर्न एनी अदर लैंग्वेज. But friends, when I went to South America, I found you need to know Spanish also. Without Spanish, you cannot work. So please, I don't want to talk more on that. So English is what you call sine qua non important. French, I spoke already, is mandatory in government departments here in Canada. And Spanish, you would know, it's spoken in almost most of the countries in South America, at least 19. And without Spanish, as I said earlier, you cannot, you are not successful in South America. I found even college-going students, they also don't speak English in South America. I was traveling to Chile, Peru, all those countries, and whenever I had a question, even a youngster will not know English. So it's important for people who are considering moving to South America to learn Spanish. So in terms of like, if you were to ask me which are the other languages you should be learning, so you should consider French and Spanish apart from English. Brazil speaks Portuguese, and Brazil is the largest country in South America. And to say with you, when I was in South America, I used an interpreter to translate for me from from Spanish to English. So, but I found Spanish is very easy to learn, and I learned it over 3 years period, and I was able to find my way and stuff around. So that's on languages. And now this is now something what I call soft skills. So friends, having the capability to do a public speaking is another very good valued skill, which everyone, particularly the professionals and that to chartered accountants, must have that public speaking capability. Friends, remember, if you're not able to speak publicly, if you're not able to communicate your message well, you are not successful. So please consider joining Toastmaster Club in your respective cities in India, wherever you come from. And Toastmasters clubs are very nice ones and they provide you good platform to practice your communication skills. And once you've spoken 3, 4, 5 times, your fear of public speaking goes away. So do consider that. TED Talks are very important. TED Talks is basically what you call technology, education, and design. And these TED Talks are having speeches recorded and presented by knowledgeable people globally. If you Google TED Talks, you would find them. You will find any subject of your interest on which you want to listen to any recorded speech. So please listen. You can find it under TED Talks. Spirituality, science, quantum physics, data analysis, information technology. You will find everything under TED Talks. Please do consider listening to those. I have been listening to those TED Talks at least since 3 or 4 years, and I have been really benefited by listening to those TED Talks. Of course, you need to have good knowledge of Microsoft products, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Visio. Those things very important to help. I don't need to speak much on that. And whenever you are in the foreign countries, please understand and adapt to the foreign culture wherever you are. But at the same time, please don't forget yours, because our Indian culture is very valuable, as I have seen, and it's because of the culture और जो संस्कार हैं हमारे इंडिया के, जो हमारे संस्कार हैं उनकी वजह से हम यहाँ पे जाके अच्छी तरह से सेटल हो पाते हैं, अच्छी तरह से हम अपना वो जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको मेंटल प्रेशर होते हैं उनको कोप कर सकते हैं. लोगों को यहाँ पे बहुत सारा डिप्रेशन आता है, जो लोकल लोग यहाँ पे हैं. डिप्रेशन क्या होता है, ये हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा, और तभी मेरे को गीता याद आती है कि तुम क्या लेके आए थे जो तुमने खो दिया, जो लेके आए यहीं से लिया, जो पाया यहीं पे पाया, जो कल किसी और का था आज तुम्हारा है, परसों किसी और का होगा, क्यों चिंता करते हो. So that way, our culture is very valuable. Don't forget that and carry that culture with you, but do adapt to the local culture, whatever country you go to. and of course mix and mingle with other nationalities people. You will find so many here. Personal insights. So these are the insights that I want to share with you guys. And these are, you might say, well, they may not be my personal ones, but I have really experienced them and I found them to be very valuable. For example, please do not underestimate yourself. We are far more capable than we think. And this is my personal experience that things are really easier than what we think. I want to speak with you a little bit on my experience here when I joined my first job, regular job in Vancouver with the company called Tag Resources Limited, the Canadian largest mining company. So friends, when I joined that company, they gave me a list of all the kind of IT systems which I had never even heard of the names, forget working with those technologies, and I was really scared. Okay, I have joined this organization, but will I be able to deliver the goods? Will I be able to audit those systems which I even don't know? I have not even heard the names. And at that point of time, I have, yeah, and that was April 2011. And that thought closed my mind. Ganesh, don't go to Canada back because you won't be able to deliver on the work that you have been assigned to. You won't be able to do to audit those complex, highly complex systems. But friends, then I thought, no, that's not a right approach. What I should do is let me go back, and I came back to Canada, and let me try, and I tried, and I was really successful. Not only I did the audits that year 2011, but I successfully did those audits for at least 6 years. So don't underestimate yourself. It's basically have patience and see backward and walk forward. So things are very easy. They would be easy. It's basically you need to have some sort of courage to go ahead. Don't step back, but step forward. The other, my personal insight is please come out of your comfort zone. As I was saying earlier, people are scared of talking in public. They don't want to talk. उनको बुरा लगता है कि पता नहीं क्या बोलूंगा मैं क्या नहीं मैं बोल नहीं पाऊंगा वो डरते हैं kind of. So please don't think that way. So you must sort of start coming out of your those comfort zone. और ये भी नहीं सोचना है कि इंडिया में हमारे पास में घर है, हमारे पास में खाने की दिक्कत नहीं है, पेरेंट्स हैं, भाई हैं और मैं यहाँ पे ठीक हूँ. लेकिन जब आप इंडिया के बाहर आएंगे, दूसरे कंट्री में आएंगे, तो आपको मिलेगा कि कभी आपको कहीं ज्यादा मिल रहा है, बहुत ज्यादा आपको मिलेगा. Friends, I can say with you, like I am here in Canada and I came at a very mature age. I have been much more happier. Let me tell you, I would say 1,000 times happier after immigrating to Canada, and I have gained here professionally, financially, socially, every way, and my knowledge is so much now. Like I am able to stand before any company, organization, to do whatever work they want. So please do come out of your comfort zone. Don't have those mental blocks. Confront your fears head on. Any fear you have, for example, public speaking. So whenever you have that fear coming to your mind, so throw that fear out and start speaking in public. You will be benefited. You won't be regretting. So be proactive. Take extra responsibilities wherever you're working in India or outside India. When you do more, you are rewarded more. And friends, of course, prepare well before immigrating. As I mentioned to you, have those certifications, have that experience, skills, and knowledge, and prepare well before you come. And I spoke on this earlier already. Age is just a number. So it does not matter you're 50 or 45 or 40 or whatever age, or even, students would be 25 or even 20. So what I'm saying, whenever you decide, it's always a good time. 20, 25, 30, 35, 45. Like recently, my niece immigrated to Canada, and I sponsored her. She came with her family a daughter and husband, and her husband is 50 now. So, and I'm sure they will be doing well. So don't think on the age always. And please keep updating yourself. Update. A day is lost if nothing new is learned. Uh, and other thing that I found helpful that was attending. You please attend those ICAI, SAFA, and Kappa overseas conferences, study tours. I did attend SAFA courses in Sri Lanka and some other countries. Kappa courses also I attended. So Kappa, I think you would know, Confederation of Asian Pacific Accountants, and SAFA is the South Asian Federation of Accountants. So, and our institute also organizes those international or what do you call overseas study tours. So please do attend them. They are really helpful. They help you network and mix up and mingle with the people. And also, while I was traveling for those conferences, I say Kappa and SAFA months, I combined that with my job hunt. I spoke with PricewaterhouseCoopers some in one of the countries, and that was Dubai, I remember. And they gave me job. So combine your job hunting with travels. And this is Indian stuff. Maintain body mind equilibrium. दिमाग को और बॉडी को बैलेंस करके रखना है. बैलेंस रहेंगे तो सब चलेगा. गीता में भगवान ने कहा है, भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने, कि भाई ये आदमी वो आदमी जो अपने आप को बैलेंस करके चलेगा, दिमाग भी और शरीर भी, और तो वो दोनों किसी भी काम में सक्सेसफुल होगा. Now, here is saying by Chris Hadfield. He is a Canadian astronaut. He says, "Sky is not the limit." I always heard that sky is the limit, but no, sky is not the limit. So that's what he said. And I had attended one of the conference he was a speaker at, and that was the IIA International Conference in 2015 in Vancouver. And I heard that was really nice one to hear. Perseverance pays. Please work hard. Hard work is must. There is no alternative without hard work. So you have to work hard, but fruits would be sweeter. Career as IT audit infotech professional, like if you go into the same field as I am, IT audit and security field. So friends, you get higher compensation. They are well in demand internationally. You can work remotely. Now, like COVID-19 days, that COVID virus. I have been working from home since March 17. So if you're an IT guy, there is no limit. We can work from anywhere. And of course, we are doing this presentation remotely. So like you are in India, I'm in Canada, thousands of miles away. So if you're having the IT knowledge and if you like that, then IT definitely helps. InfoSec and accounting, those create a unique skill set. This is valued very much. And InfoSec is going to be here now in our lifetime. There are opportunity for teaching information security. And you can visit isaka.org website if you want information on that. Now, how does British Columbia chapter helps? So friends, I have been the founder director of British Columbia chapter of ICAI since 2014. I remember the day when Sri K. Raghu came to Vancouver on November 23rd, 2014, when he inaugurated the Art chapter. So Art chapter is a great networking platform where you can meet and mix with fellow professionals and Indian community. Whenever you want to come here, I don't know whenever you qualify, but if you want to come here, BC chapter of ICAI has been helping the immigrants I mentioned earlier also. So we organize regular professional development events, webinars, even for people who are preparing for Canadian CPA exams. We do whole social cultural events, and of course you earn valuable CPA hours. Our chapter is in contact with and invites dignitaries, speakers from Council General of India in Vancouver, from CPA, British Columbia Institute, provincial federal governments, and of course ISACA, IAA local chapter, and top accounting firms. So these are the basically basics for newcomers, sort of to get mixing with the local Indian community, know the people around and network, and then that helps people to get into the job streams. So, and in terms of the events that we organize at British Columbia Chapter of ICAI, we have been doing annual gala functions right since 2015. Sometimes we see people as many as 300 to 400 people joining that. I mean, not only Indian CAs, but also their families and people, business community also supports us. So that's very helpful. We do celebrate Indian Independence Day, Chartered Accountants Day on July 1, very important. And so we get recognition for that from ICAI. Thank you, ICAI. And we do organize family get-togethers, Diwali, Holi, and we will apply गुलाल लेके आएंगे और वो सबके मत्थे पे गाल पे सब लगाते हैं करके. And these local people, whites, they like it a lot. So the chapter connects you with the potential employers here also. And if you have interest, then you can always have the opportunity to participate in the chapter activities. Like there are a number of people, new immigrants. At least I think this year or maybe last year, roughly 40 or 50 new immigrants, chartered accountants have come to Vancouver, and we are happy to see them helping the chapter and in turn getting helped. So it would be good, like if you guys are here and you want to get involved, do the chapter activities. And as I mentioned earlier, the chapter has been mentoring Indian CA professionals. Not to say that we don't mentor non-CA professionals, but we mentor particularly Indian CA professionals as how they should be progressing, how they should be looking for a job, what they should be doing. And of course, this is also a sort of psychological help. When you are away from your family, friends, your country, your home, you need some sort of psychological balancing also. So we do all those things. Now, and just for your knowledge, I'm sure you would know it, our chapter has been the best foreign chapter, recipient of best foreign chapter award since 2015, every single year. So 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, all 5 years we have been the best foreign chapter award earner. So please go visit the chapter website, and you will find more information as to how our chapter can help you. Now, a bit on my journey as to how I came to where I am, and a bit more. I don't want to brag myself, but I put in a couple of slides here. So, like I come from a very, I would say, सिंपल फैमिली बैकग्राउंड से मेरा रिलेशन है, और मैं एक छोटे गांव में पैदा हुआ था, हरियाणा के स्टेट के गांव नहीं, डिस्ट्रिक्ट है अभी कुरुक्षेत्र, और कुरुक्षेत्र में भी नहीं, कुरुक्षेत्र के साथ में एक छोटा गांव है गोल्ड पबनावा, वहां पे मैं पैदा हुआ था, और मेरे घर में कोई भी पढ़ा लिखा नहीं था, नॉट इवन किसने 5वीं क्लास भी पास नहीं की थी. So that's where I come from, but I had very hard working parents, और उनकी स्पोर्ट्स ब्लेसिंग कृपा से मैंने सीए भी क्वालिफाई किया. So all I'm trying to tell you guys, people who do not come from so much of a like अच्छे पैसे वाली फैमिली से नहीं आते हैं, does not matter. If you got the hard, if you want to work hard, you can succeed brothers. कोई उसमें चिंता की बात नहीं है, कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि हम कोई एक सिंपल बैकग्राउंड से, मॉडरेट बैकग्राउंड से आ रहे हैं कि हमको सक्सेस नहीं मिल सकती. वी कैन ऑलवेज बी सक्सेसफुल प्रोवाइडेड यू हैव गॉट विल टू सक्सीड, यू वुड सक्सीड फॉर श्योर. एक बड़ी अच्छी सेइंग है, उसका पूरा मुझे याद नहीं है पर मैं थोड़ा बोलूंगा. लाइक द कोट गोज लाइक दिस, if your objective is sincere and you're pursuing that objective for universal good, for the good of all, then even the universe helps you, or rather universe conspires you to achieve that objective. So please keep in mind, it does not matter what background you come from, where have you come from, your family, your relations. No one is educated in your family. It does not matter. Nothing matters. It's basically your willpower. If you have that, you can do what you want. There's nothing stopping you. So keep in that mind. Keep that in mind. So once I qualified my chartered accountancy, I joined Lovelock and Lewis. From that time, it's a Calcutta-based firm, but I was in New Delhi and they had an office there. And so after Lovelock, I moved to Pricewaterhouse. That time it was just Pricewaterhouse, and thereafter Pricewaterhouse and Lovelock, which was represented by Coopers and Lybrand that time. So they merged, and I was back to square one. And sorry, I got those designations, DISA, CISA, all those while still I was in India. And then I was hired as the IT audit manager in Saudi Arabia. I'm tempted to tell you a little bit story here. And what happened, I was working with an organization. They were paying me, I think, very little money. I think maybe 40,000 rupees a month at that time. And at that point of time, I got this job offer from Saudi Arabia as IT audit manager. And guess how much I was offered? मेरे ख्याल से एक महीने में तब उन्होंने मेरे को इंडियन रुपीज में 2.5 लाख के आसपास मेरे को उन्होंने ऑफर किया. तो कहाँ पे 2.5 लाख था और कहाँ पे 40,000 रुपया, तो कितना बड़ा जंप मिला. तो बेसिकली एंड दैट वाज बिकॉज आई टुक दैट फर्स्ट स्टेप कि नहीं, मैं आई कैन गो एंड वर्क आउटसाइड, एंड आई लाइक एक्सेप्टेड द चैलेंज ऑफ गोइंग टू इनटू सऊदी अरेबिया एंड आई वाज सक्सेसफुल. तो कोई भी चिंता नहीं करनी है कि भी आपने को पहले काम नहीं किया, ये नहीं किया, वो नहीं किया. You can always do that, and you will be successful. And this one I mentioned earlier. So from Saudi Arabia, I went to Dubai just on a personal visit. और वहाँ पे मैंने PwC को फोन कर लिया, ऐसे ही फोन कर लिया, और उन्होंने बोला ठीक है आप इंटरव्यू के लिए आ जाओ. इंटरव्यू भी कर लिया उन्होंने, और फिर उन्होंने मेरे को जॉब ऑफर कर दिया. So all I'm saying, like, keep your eyes and ears open, and wherever you find an opportunity, look for that, apply for that, and I'm sure you would get what you want. And then I got my visa to Canada, and I moved to Calgary in Alberta province of Canada. And I got my first contract after 4 months of landing. That was long, but I got it. And it happens. Don't worry on that. Like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months does not matter. So long you are persevering, you would succeed. Then this is a good point I want to say here. Like I got 2 job offers on the same day, including the one for the Canadian largest mining company in Vancouver. And like, after I got this job with the largest mining company, I didn't look back, friends. I traveled all over USA, Canada, Chile, Peru, Argentina, all those countries, and I was exposed to very rich experience. Wonderful one. And now, based upon that experience that I gained working with the mining company, I can stand anywhere before any organization or any person or CIO or CISO or board or whatever, and I'm able to explain what I have done, what are my audit findings. And then in 2014 we founded the British Columbia chapter of ICAI. I'm currently vice chairman. I am earlier also vice chairman. Professionally, I am well connected here, socially, all those things. And I mentioned earlier in terms of financial also, I'm very well settled. And relatively easy lifestyle I'm having here. I got a couple of houses in Winnipeg and one in Vancouver, so you can understand what it means. Like, and it has been only 10 years that I came to Canada. So friends, these are the links for our chapter website, icaivancouver.com, and link for the Canadian CPA designation. You can go to that site, look for what you want to. And this is for the CPA Western School of Business. So this is the School of Business which caters to Western Canada students who want to do CPA here in Western Canada. And I've given SAPA website link also and CAPA also. And there's a link here at ICAI website also. That link will take you to the kit for people who want to immigrate to Canada. So please have a look on that link and familiarize yourself if you want to move to Canada. So that would give you knowledge about culture, the economy, what country to settle in, what you should prepare for. Those kind of things will be there in that kit. So friends, I think I'm done with the presentation. So I think we open for the question. So I hope I did justice to what. So you go ahead. So do I need to mute my speaker now? Or
No, sir. So that was a very well and very well very well done interaction, sir, from your side. Now we would be going. I request you to please do not mute your device. Right. So we'll be going to question answers. We have received few questions from the students. So
I'm sorry, stop sharing. Okay.
yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
go ahead.
first of all, thank you so much, sir, for giving elaborate overview on opportunities overseas. Also sharing your personal journey, how you have achieved what you are today. So, few questions coming in from students that what are the skills, specific skills required to get overseas opportunities? Is a question from Janvi.
So specific skills, I think I covered Janvi on that, and thank you for asking this question. So the key skills that you would need, of course, your professional credentials, which you have as a CA, and I highly recommend you to do the courses which I mentioned earlier of your interest. Could be into the whatever internal audit or IT audit or data analysis. So whatever you want to go in that area, please do have that certification, and please do have relevant experience also while you are still in India, because it's very costly for you to be here to study and work at the same time. And please mind, the life is a bit, I would say, fast here in the sense that you have to work and study at the same time. So basically, your credentials, your experience, and your communication skills. I think those would be key things if I were in your place to have before I move to any foreign country. I think that answers your question.
Yes, certainly, sir. Yes, sir. Few students would like to know, as you have already covered, can they do articleship abroad? Are you aware of those things?
So yes, I'm aware of those, and I think we spoke on that earlier. Unfortunately, the Canadian government treats doing articleship here in Canada as paid employment. So it's not like in India where students are paid some amount of stipend and probably is not considered a regular job. But here in Canada, you have to have what you call work visa, to be able to do those articles. Like for example, so my answer would be no. But we did speak about that way back with the then ICAI president, Mr. Nilesh Vikamse, and he was all for it that if there's an opportunity, we would definitely permit Indian CA students to do the articles here. But this is a government hitch. You know what I mean? The government is kind of treating it that way. No, you have to be kind of resident here before you can do the articles. And the same thing goes for your CPA also. If you want to do CPA here, then you need to be resident. But that does not mean that you cannot prepare well while you're in India. So, yeah.
Okay. Sir, one of the question coming in is, what are the opportunities for Indian CAs to work in British Columbia accounting firms?
So, I think I spoke on this earlier. As I said, we have a number of good CPA firms here of people who are of Indian origin, and they are doing very well. And I know some of people who are working with the CPA firms, like people of who are the CPAs of Indian origin. So they do work with the CPA firms, and also those international big fours or big eight. Like I do know number of people who came from India, like Bombay, and maybe from Delhi, who are working with the big fours also. Like they can work with those not only Indian CPA firms but also with the big four or big eight firms. The condition would be, and I would highly recommend that please do have that working experience with those big four or big eight or whatever medium or high level or medium level practices way back in India, because they know their names directly. So it would be highly recommended that you have some experience with those big four or big eight there, and then these firms do employ you. Like I was offered though by Deloitte also. I mean, it's another matter that I didn't want to. I worked there for a month or so, but I left that. So basically, again, as Jani was asking earlier, given you have necessary credentials and you have experience, you can work anywhere, not only with Indian CPA firms.
Okay.
That answers it.
Yes. Yes, sir. Sir, are there any opportunities in transfer pricing domain? Few students would like to know.
Well, I'm into IT, but not in IT. You know what I mean? I'm in information technology.
Not international taxation, but information technology.
Yeah, so IT, that's what I mean. I mean, I'm into IT, but not in IT. So, we did hold a seminar with Ernst and Young on international taxation, on transfer pricing. I think I would rather pass this question, obviously, but I'm sure there would be definitely some opportunities. I mean, that's what I would. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, another question is coming in.
Sorry, I just wanted to add here, like, on the transfer pricing only, not only in transfer pricing, but there would be so many other fields also where opportunities could be available. But again, as I said, I'm not into taxation or transfer pricing. That's something I would want another expert to comment on that.
Yes. Sir, few students are asking about the average package also. Would you like to share?
Yeah, definitely. So, if you are a Canadian CPA, so my understanding is you can get something around to start with maybe $50,000 annually, $50,000 to $60,000. That's what my understanding is. If you are Canadian CPA, and but then there are cases where I found, like, I remember one Indian CA who wasn't Canadian CPA yet, and he was offered on an hourly basis. I think he was offered $20 an hour. So just to let you know, like, the cost of living here is not much, particularly for us Indians. We are very frugal. We save lots of money, 80% to 70% of savings we make. So the cost of living would be here roughly for a single person maximum $500 to $600 a month for groceries. Rental would be, say, depending, like, if you're sharing with someone, maybe under $500. So let's say in $1,500 one can, or maybe let's say $2,000 maximum, $2,000 a month. That means you are in $20,000 to $25,000 a year you can manage, and salary you can get 40 to 50K, I would say.
Okay. Sir, there are few CA final students, those who have cleared intermediate exam, but they could not clear CA final exams. And now they have started some jobs also. So, working with either private companies or government companies. So, do you foresee opportunities for those students? If there are opportunities, Do they need to qualify any additional course and then they can join? What is the
So I would assume for them also there would be opportunities for sure, and I already mentioned those courses. Depending upon their interest and inclination, they could do those courses, and there are many people who are not qualified and they are doing well as well, like in other fields also. So it's a, I mean, only thing I don't know whether they would be able to get the immigrant visa. I'm not sure on that. But if they are having like post qualification degree, for example, PG, like what do you call MCOM or whatever, MSc, whatever that is. So given that they should be getting the visa, and I think I don't see any issue in them not being able to settle down here. And I just want to make a mention here, like in case of my niece, I mentioned earlier. So she moved here last September 2019, and her husband was kind of past age, which is permitted for the immigration. So she applied as a principal applicant, and she's younger. So my suggestion would be like, if you're married and you can think of applying through your younger spouse, you know what I mean? And that way you stand better chances of getting visa. I mean, then that person, the younger spouse, the younger person would qualify. So those people who are married, they can take that route.
okay? So many students are asking about the opportunities which are which you can foresee in as like Europe or Middle East. We have talked about American, South and North America continent, but if you can also throw some light on European and Middle East market.
So European would mean basically like we are English speaking, I would say. I mean, we speak English. So basically, what I see, if I were one of them, I would rather focus on English speaking countries unless you know other language. So, I mean, for us Indians, basically, it's, I would say, UK, Australia, Canada, Middle East. Uh, I see those are the countries which I can look for potential job. Other than that, like South America, yes, you can always go there and one can get job, but you need to know the language, right? So, coming back to the question, Europe, I would say UK is one, but then again, there would be those immigration restrictions, and I'm not very sure whether one can pass through those hurdles. That does not mean that people are not going to UK. I do know, at least at my time when I moved to Canada, I think that time around in 2008 or 9 or maybe 7, people do used to move to UK also. I don't know, like maybe whatever way they got there, but in terms of like Europe, one can go to UK for sure. Given one has got that immigrant visa, whatever way, I don't know. And in terms of Middle East, it was very easy for me. I got that job just like that. Like in Saudi Arabia, this guy calls me, Ganesh, we are sending you appointment letter. Like he knew me somehow through a friend of mine, and they sent me that job offer without even interviewing me. So, but then the situation have changed from 2006. I was in Saudi Arabia, and now. So, but definitely there would be job opportunities for the right skilled people in Middle East also. And when I say Middle East, you can think of going to any country where you get offer. Like, for example, I didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, but I was offered a job in Saudi Arabia, and that I used as a jumping ground or stepping stone. From there, I moved to Qatar. You can go to Bahrain. You can go to Oman. I mean, so opportunities definitely will be there again for the right skilled person in Middle East as well. Other countries where we don't speak, I mean, though they don't speak English, then that is a bit difficult unless you know the language. So that's what we might take on that. Same thing holds true for Australia, and I would assume for New Zealand also.
Okay. Sir, I have this question is from my side. Actually, sir,
Mhm.
as you are aware that due to Corona COVID-19 disease, entire world is locked down. So, how's the situation in Canada? And what do you foresee as like all the countries are giving preferences to their own countrymen first, and then they would be having some modified foreign policy. So, what are your takes on that, and what do you see in next one year happening about the foreign policy? That is part one, and second part. Would the situation how many days it would take to normalize the situation as like 3 years to 5 years or more than that in terms of employment, foreign employment by
Mhm.
respective countries.
Yes. So to take your question first, Abhishek, thank you for that. So to get definitely each and every country, and you would have noted the trend already that the respective countries want their own nationals or their own citizens to have the jobs first, or they want to offer the job first to their own people. So given you have got or one has got an immigrant visa already to whatever country one plans to go to, then that person becomes a resident, right? Then that person has got that visa to work or work permit, right? So basically, it is a question only for those people who don't have immigrant visa, for example, let's say, or Canada. So if they don't have immigrant visa, as such, most likely jobs would not be offered to those people. That is my understanding. Not to say that there have been cases like I was working that time with PwC India, New Delhi office, and there was this guy who was offered a job in Calgary in an oil and gas organization, uh, and he did not have the immigrant visa for Canada. So, but those times were different. So what all I'm trying to say basically is, uh, if you are immigrant holding, I mean, if you're holding the visa already for the country, then you don't need to be worried about in getting a job preference. If you are qualified, you get a job. But and if you don't have the immigrant visa, then definitely chances are less. Now coming back to the next question which you asked, like how the situation is in Canada. So, brother, the situation is the same as globally. I mean, it's the same in India, in US, or any other country. But it's relatively good here in Manitoba, where I live. We have hardly 300 cases this year. So, but in any case, the economic impact is everywhere, including Manitoba or Canada or India or US. So I see situation is still evolving, even though the governments are planning to open the economy here in Canada also, and same thing I think will start happening in India as well. But I believe we need to be a bit cautious. So I think it will take some time, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, not know. Uh, I think that's all I can say, Abhishek, on that.
Okay, okay, sir.
Mhm.
So maybe last two questions we would take, and then we would conclude the session. So there are a few questions about uh, relating to the scope of work in terms of domain specific, as like accounting domain is good. You said information technology is good. Which area the student should focus? So those are the question coming in to in order to be employable in terms of overseas opportunities.
So I think I spoke on that already, but I will say it again. So accounting and IT, and this is my experience, based upon my experience, I'm saying accounting and IT are unique skills, or they create together unique skill. And I have seen people who have been accountants or who are accountants, when they combine their knowledge with the IT, that becomes an even critical skill. So what happens is, and I keep telling to every prospective employer that I have been interviewed in the past, an accountant and who has been having a accounting designation, he or she would make a better IT auditor. Because like in IT also, whatever systems we talk about, like SAP or whatever ERP we talk about, they follow the same business processes. The workflow is the same, right? For example, we talk about the goods received, right? So there's a goods receipt note for receiving goods. A goods receipt note is prepared. Before that is a purchase order. Before still that is a purchase requisition, and all these follow a particular steps, right? And we being accountants, we know those processes, right? And when we know these processes, we know how the work will flow into the systems also. So from that perspective, I would say, and this is time tested in my case at least, I would please go ahead for accounting, which you already have, and have the IT background or IT certifications. So that would help. But that's my opinion. I mean, there could be people who do not like IT and they like taxation, for example, or they like say internal audit more, or maybe data analytics. So it would be depending upon their interests, Abhishek. So, but I'm sure, given they have multiple skills, not only accounting, that would definitely make them stand apart. So, yes, I would leave to them. But for me, IT and and IT security and accounting, those are the good ones.
Okay. Sir, again, a lot of questions are coming in. I know you have deliberated on that, but what qualifications, CPA, ACCA, Canadian CPA or ACCA or Indian Chartered Accountant, which is the better qualification to be employable overseas, at least in American continent?
So, in terms of ACCA, my understanding is since ACCA comes from UK, then CPA Canada, I think it gives them more weightage little bit in terms of taking lesser exams or something. But I assume like all the people or students who are posing these questions, they are already doing Indian CA. So I would say don't worry about that. You finish off your Indian chartered accountancy, and since you would be fresh, I mean, you qualify, for example, your Indian CA in 2020 or 2021, and then you want to come here, so your knowledge would be still fresh. So it would be easy for you to do Canadian CPA also. So I don't think that would matter, but I mean, this question would be relevant for those people who have not started their accounting designation. So for them, okay, for some I might say ACCA, but I think Indian CA is good enough to start with a good base, to make a good base, and then you can branch out from there. That answers the question, Abhishek?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, very much. Yes. So with this, I would like to propose formal vote of thanks. Thank you, Ganesh sir, for your wonderful insights on career opportunities for chartered accountant overseas. You have covered elaborately and given wonderful insights on the requisite topic. I'm sure students and a few members also, those who have joined, they will be benefited from this. And on behalf of Board of Studies, we'd like to thank you for giving your time to us, being all the way from Canada. Friends, as you are aware that this is the session by skill enrichment program. There are total 8 sessions. Up till now, 5 sessions have been covered. Tomorrow we have session on learn to get success beyond dreams by well-known motivational speaker CA Dheeraj Sharma ji from Gurgaon. Thereafter, we have next week two more sessions on 29th and 30th. So I request all of you to please stay tuned with the program. And I once again thank you all students for participating in this session. I'm sure you have learned aspects of opportunities overseas, and it will be helpful in your career. So with this, thank you. Have a stay home, stay safe. Yes, Ganeshji.
Yeah. So, if you are okay, Abhishek, I just want to say thanks once again to ICAI functionaries, of course, people from Dheeraj from Gurgaon, and of course, Abhishek, you in person. And we from the British Columbia chapter of ICAI are happy and will be very pleased to support you guys, even the Indian CA students, wherever they are from, all over India. If they need any clarification, then any help they need, we are happy to do that. So please feel free. And so I think Dheeraj has got my email ID. I was just him to use my personal email ID than the office email ID. So what I'm trying to say, we are happy to help and support. And in case in the future you want us to do any similar presentation, we are happy to do that. Our chapter is the board is very wonderful board. It's a very cohesive board. We work together, and we are happy to support any further events for ICAI or for any chapter in India. Please feel free to connect back with us. Thank you, Abhishek. That's what I want to say.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We are really thankful to you, sir, for giving your time. Yes. Thank you, students, for joining. Thank you once again. We conclude the session now.